way. And as per the SASRA clarification, or classification for that matter, you are not going to be declared as a dormant member, because when you become dormant, there are quite a number of benefits that you lose. So we urge you to ensure that always do your monthly deposit contributions as required by the law. There are quite a number of member-centric initiatives that we have taken through. And since we have journeyed together with you, you recall very well in 2025 AGM, we did a lot of recognition to our members, particularly a number of you who have made significant contributions to Wana-Anga, particularly those who have got very high deposits with us, those who have been with us for a long time, just to ensure that members are motivated to support the circle in all the best way possible. So we will continue recognizing you members, particularly the highest savers and those who are patronizing the products of the circle. We have had quite a number of social responsibility, because as a circle, we cannot live in isolation. We have got children homes here in the right corner. We partner with the KMD in the activities. Environmental matters, we ensure that we also plant trees and so on and so forth. So corporate social responsibility is also core as part of our initiative. And you outside there, if you identify any corporate social responsibility, which is key, the board will always consider to ensure that we move together. We have also had a partnership with other organizations, and these are some of the emerging areas, especially in health. You know, currently the government is talking about the CHA issues. And we also want to ensure that our members are healthy. You know that we've got Wana-Meko here, Wana-Anga medical cover. But we have realized, because of the health matters, it is better that we also partner with other insurances like AR. AR has been here with KMD members, and therefore, as a circle, we are also saying that we can facilitate and ensure that our members get covered by AR through Wana-Anga and any other insurance cover that will be coming, or members will be desiring that we do partner. Of course, we have had a number of brochures available. Keep on logging into our website. There's a lot of information that we post there. You see our brochures there. If there's any update, members, it's important to know that our website is very active and very much updated to ensure that you get the information that you require every day. So, to this extent, we want to ensure that the members' participation in these forums is well connected to ensure that we are all updated. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had a number of technological innovations to ensure that the circle is in tune with what is happening with the environment. We want to be like just like any other bank. Your money in Wana-Anga is safe, just like any other first-tier circle that you can think about, because we are supported very well by the cooperative bank, whom we partner very well, and through some technological advancement, we are able to be linked up with them. To that extent, you are aware that we launched this year the core banking system, which has got incorporation with artificial and business intelligence. We have ensured that members are able to log into the portal. Before, we used to have members asking, Where is my statement? How is my account learning? And so on and so forth. Today, just with your phone, at the comfort of wherever you are, be it abroad or in a bedroom, wherever you are, or enjoying yourself, playing golf or any other activity that you are doing, you can be able to log into the portal and be able to see at a glance everything that you require in Wana-Anga. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a big milestone, and I really want you to take advantage of this. Of course, our ICT department are ensuring that these things are running as required 24/7. I'm happy to report, and you are aware that there is a digital loaning, the Wana-Anga. We are all able to get money, an emergency loan through Wana-Anga at any time, at any place, at the comfort of wherever you are. Please take advantage of it whenever you require small money to take care of small items that you require through your emergencies, even at night. We have also launched what we call the share trading. You see, Wana-Anga, you have got shares. You are the owner of this bank, this financial institution. You are the owner. That's why you are a shareholder. You should be proud. Every minute you talk about their shareholding in Wana-Anga. And this is a high time we need to ask ourselves, how many shares do I have? The minimum you have set is only 25,000. That does not stop you from investing in Wana-Anga and having shares of $1 million plus or whatever you are capable of having. Because I can assure you, even when we pay the dividends at 14 or 15% through those shares, then you reap a lot. You can do your computation and see, really, there's no other financial institution that you'll be able to give that kind of money. So we have also ensured through our innovation that you have got e-guarantorship. You need not move physically from one point to the other to look for a guarantor. Through our digital loaning system, you only need to send the message through our system, and the person whom you intend to guarantee you will get the information, and all that is done at the comfort to ensure that there's efficiency in ensuring that our loaning system is quite efficient. So, ladies and gentlemen, our customer care, you as our customer, you are the king. And we must take care of you. Wherever you are able to reach the chairman, the CEO, or any board member or the office of Wana-Anga. I'm very sure, even when you have got some technical hitch, you have always reached to our ICT department and tried to solve your problems. So through our core banking, we are lucky that now we have got what we call the e-ticketing. And therefore, any complaint that you say through this, it is able to be received in Wana-Anga, any question, and also answered through the same system to you. And therefore, you'll be able to get statements on emails. Equally, dividends slips will be emailed automatically from our system because you approved that we have this core banking, which we are ensuring that we make maximum use of this technology. Ladies and gentlemen, looking ahead, we intend to do a lot of digital marketing, and that is why we want to sensitize you so that even as we start this digital marketing and targeted campaigns, you'll be able to be part and parcel of this process. This will be coming soon so that we move together. We also want to explore partnership with the various institutions because, as I said, you cannot live in isolations. You need to partner and ensure that various partners and stakeholders have got their laws and can be able to add value to the systems in Wana-Anga. So to this extent, that's why we have indicated that we need to be having a monthly webinar for continuous engagement with you members, because giving us the feedback, giving us what is on the ground will help us. The old system whereby we only wait for you to come to our office are gone. This is where many institutions are gone, and we intend to be part and parcel of this system, which is reaching to the members. So, as we implement our strategic plan, we intend ultimately to have internet and mobile banking for ease of accessing funds, wherever you are in this country or outside the country. This is coming, and soon you'll be able to have that mobile banking at any given time of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, we intend to have a program of webinars. And therefore, this was only for a start to ensure that we give you some insight of what you'll be doing. And you also give us a feedback. I'm sure you outside there, you are also getting a lot of information through other systems, and therefore making our Wana-Anga better is part of you and us. So to this extent, once we have done this August webinar, we intend to do one in September. This will mainly focus on ICT areas, because we have realized that some people, some members, are having challenges of understanding some of the technological packages that you have put in place, and we want you to take advantage of this. Also in October, we intend to bring matters of credit, because the core business of the circle is credit, savings and credit. And therefore, all those products, the new products that you'll be rolling out, we intend to ensure that our credit department give you all the information faster. Equally, in November, we intend also to have another webinar dealing with finance department and areas of compliance. We got a lot of areas of compliance, not only from SASRA, which is the authority of the government of Kenya, but when we talk of anti-money laundering, for instance, this is a key area where that even the circles themselves are supposed to ensure that the money that they receive in the circle does not come from sources which are not acceptable by the government. As I said earlier, data protection is another area of compliance. And you need to understand how we handle our data. And we want to assure you that we are already registered as a circle by the authority on the data compliance. So in December, we intend to have a break so that we're able to resume in January. Perhaps when you'll be doing the AGM that month, we may also skip, so that that's the time you have got a lot of time to prepare for the AGM and to ensure that at least the AGM is also successful. So this is your circle. And I want to repeat again that unlike where you have got other form of banks there, where you are not a shareholder, here you are a shareholder. It is us to send positive messages. It is us to support the circle. If you have got any issue that requires our attention, it is important that you engage us directly. the CEO and his team who are in the office here are always there to serve you. Us as the board members, we have got a listening ear. So whatever proposal that you'll be making, we will always ensure that you are served in the best way possible. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to stop there. You'll be having a question and answer later, so I'll see you around. But I want to usher in our CEO, Vincent Trotter, who is leading a team of staff, very active staff here, working very well to take us through the operations of how you have been operating and the key areas you need to really take note of and where you also require to support. Welcome, Bwana CEO, karibu sana. Talk to your customers, they are here.
Yeah. Thank you, Chairman, for giving us the opportunity to address our members on this webinar of today. Good afternoon, members. It is a great opportunity.
Asking how I thought they told them down. Set up people.
Yeah, it is a great opportunity to have this first webinar today, August 29th. In fact, I'm very happy to come before you because there are promises that we made with you people, members. And in this case, I'm taking this opportunity to thank and congratulate our members of staff. In fact, we have got a lean staff who I'm working with, and they are very supportive. From the figures that I'm going to talk, because my work is just to talk figures, is their collective hard work that we have been doing together. Therefore, I would take this opportunity to take you directly to the promises that we made. So, in front of me here is the target that I'd given out when I was given the first strategic plan, that our asset base will be at 1.6 come year 2025, December. Another thing that I promised was the loan portfolio growth, which was to go up by 3%, and income growth by 3%, and technological innovations that we will be bringing in Wana-Anga. We have very many pillars, and fortunately, the chairman has touched some of the pillars that I'm also touching a bit. But for not being repetitive, I will pass some of them. And just to touch a little on the pillar of customer pillar. In fact, the chairman mentioned that the member recruitment has been going on very well with our marketing team. And there is a great support that we are getting from members, plus members in payroll and non-check members. To send you a Kali. And we are doing it across, not necessarily in Nairobi or within the Met Department, but across all the ministries. Same way, the issue of efficient complaint handling in the office. In fact, because of the core banking system that you people approved in our AGM 2024, in the strategic plan, we managed to implement this year. And because of that, there are a lot of efficiencies that we have done with the staff in handling members' complaints. Nowadays, if there is any complaints, members don't wait. You can do it through ticketing. You can do it through email. You can do it through calls. But much of it is sufficiently handled. On the issue of engagement with our retirees are people who are working with us very well. And I appreciate them. In fact, many of our retirees are still our members, and they engage us a lot. And they are our customers, very senior customers, and supporting us financially. And still, people who are going on retirement, we do reach them and ask them to join us. You don't retire and go home. You retire and stay. And you will all enjoy all the benefits that we have in Wana-Anga. At the same time, we have got competitive products here. Not necessarily that you only get the issue of loans. No, we have got things that can make you people get lots of interest, particularly when it comes to our fixed deposits. Even the retirees, many of them have left their money with the Wana-Anga, and so they are earning very competitive interest rates. Because of this core banking that we need, we have received, we have done market surveys from our members, and they feel they are satisfied. On the financial performance, part of this year, the Q1 and Q2, I promised, together with my staff, to grow loan portfolio. Unfortunately, the loan book has not grown up, but it is not because there is no money. In fact, we have a lot of liquidity, but there is a challenge. I suspect maybe because of payslip or otherwise. And I would urge everybody that reach out to us. In fact, we have got a lot of cash in our reserve than what is shown there as being negative on the loan. Therefore, we call you to support us, come and get loans, and you will get it. I'm urging you not to go to the banks, other banks, or other non-bank financial institutions to get your loans. I also promised to grow up the member deposits. True to that sense, you can see that there is a positive growth of 1.5%. These deposits, we are growing it from the loans that you take mainly. Once you pick a loan, 1% of that loan will be taken to your deposits to grow it, so that when you will be going home, you will retire with something which is a little bit reasonable and easier to get. On the same note, we have got income income growth that I had promised to grow by around 3% as well. Already, I'm in 2.1 in quarter 1 and 2, and still expect to do better come the next quarter or end of the year, because I think we are measuring ourselves at the end of the year, 31st December 2025. So that is when the real growth will be seen. The same issue is the expenditure that I have promised that I will work tirelessly to reduce the expenditure. And as you can see, the expenditure has gone down for this quarter by almost 5%, and promise that going forward by December, it will further go down. Operational efficiency of the office. You can see because of that expenditure part, we are at 2575. The ratio should be 30 to 70. And as I see it, it is within that target. And by December, I feel that figure, I will meet it. Budget monitoring and implementation. In fact, because of the co-banking that we acquired, our budget control is very accurate. Implementing things within the system is very easy. The staff are finding easy to monitor. The operations of the co-bank has enhanced our efficiency, loan processing, recovery, risk management and controls, human resource management, customer care. Still, my office is not close to anybody. If this one cannot work for you, reach directly to me and you will get some, or to any other person. On risk and compliance, I've tried very hard together with the staff. In fact, without an enlightened staff, you cannot do well. And therefore, we have ensured that our staff are being taken to training. You know, because of the technological changes which are occurring every now and again, you must keep them abreast. Not waiting until something goes wrong is when you take a moral to training, but we do it regularly. We as well do policy reviews together with our board members for implementation. At the same time, we ask upon the membership to read through our policies so that if there is anything that you need to know from them, you keep on asking for us to improve on that. Now, Chairman talked about online loan applications. In fact, for now, the challenge is not there. We do digital signature and online application. The issues that were before rising that I did not sign as never is a thing of the past. It is not there. And we appreciate members or thank the members who have engaged in applying online. Still, even if you apply, you want to apply physically, we discourage. When you come to Wana-Anga, you will be assisted. Or always have been sending you the ICT telephone number, mobile number to assist wherever you are. I think I've done it to many. and I've seen them succeed. Where we are not operating in isolation. We have got government policies and government laws and regulations, which we have to apply. And this one, we are very much focused. We would not like to mess our circle just because we have not done 1, 2 regulations that are very important to us. Loan and risk compliance. This is a place where we have a very big challenge. It is not only challenging to us, but it is challenge even to you people members. Because many of us or many of our members are not paying their loans. This is a fact that I don't know, but because of the system that we acquired, we have done it very well by keeping on reminding the members, sending them the messages right time, following up the loans, alerting you, sending alerts whenever you are not paying the loans. In fact, when it is a few days to your day for paying the loan, you will be reminded. The guarantors as well, we are reminding them and writing to them. And in fact, sensitization on guarantorship, we are doing it very well. And I know many of our areas that we have challenge will help us. Will help us recover from there. We have also employed debt collectors. These debt collectors are helping us to go around how people who are defaulting can get loans, can pay their loans. And I'm sorry, maybe some of you are feeling threatened or being coerced, but there's nothing we can do. That is the way to go. And we call upon you to reach the office. The office is open. We will not chase you away when you have come to put your issue across. Also, we are also employing the recovery of loans that are about to be defaulted, but not yet. These loans, very soon you will see yourself being pushed to pay the loan. In case you are paying loans in less than the period that you are indicated in the loan form, obviously you will find us calling you, please adjust your loans in these few months to come. So do not ask or do not complain on when you get such an information or such a call from one of the people who are doing debt recovery. I think much of the technology and innovation, the chairman touched a bit of it, a lot. And unless, no need to repeat myself on this. It's repetition somehow, learning and growth. In fact, I've talked of members' education that was done in April, staff trainings and capacity building. That one we are doing it, and we don't wait to do it when it is us, but every now and again we are doing it. Continuous policy review. We are doing continuous policy review together with the board members. Members recruitment, this is part of us. Even for yourself, I think the appeal was there for you to do it. In fact, we have got aging membership, and we have got our children or agencies whom we are supposed to introduce to circles. And I think we will be organizing for the such a drive from the office this time. Key priorities for quarter 3 and quarter 4, the chairman mentioned, but I can just ask for you people to apply. Please apply for loans. Forza, silver, normal. It's very cheap in Wana-Anga. Digitalization, this one I think of the documents, I think this one will be in the process in quarter 3 and quarter 4. I think on the issue of CSR, I think that what Chairman has mentioned, a lot of it on what will be happening, and we expect further engagement from you people. I would request members to be committed for financial sustainability. Have trust and participate in Wana-Anga activities. Just as I told you, we have got a lot of liquid cash. Please come and get the loans. Again, for you to earn good dividends, please increase your monthly share deposits. Although we are doing it, when you apply the loans, but you need you to boost. You can boost. Sometimes you get money from a different source. Please bring the money to Wana-Anga. Otherwise, thank you very much for listening to the presentation. As it was said, more webinars are following, and the office is not closed. I'm available. Any problems that you have, please approach me or come to the office. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, our chairman, and thank you, our CEO. Those who might have joined us late, we started off by our chairman presenting. Our chairman, for those who might not know the name, though I know many of you know, is Charles Ngungiri, and our CEO is Vincent Rota. So I'll not take much time on this because we are supposed to keep it within 1 hour. Before we go to Q&A, we thought that we don't start by telling you the do's and don'ts because we know many of you have attended other webinars, but just a polite reminder about our future webinar is that we are requesting our members to always join on time. These are the do's. And then also, register. When you're not speaking, just ensure that, and this has really been done very well by the members. We did hear some background disturbance, muting the microphone. And of course, participating very actively, and we're moving to Q&A so that you can get asked any question. And always respect others' opinions in the chat platform or even in the comments. We are also requesting that our members, you tell the others, because we have seen that so far we have about 140, and we want you to, after this, all share with others so that we all join on time. I think for the don'ts, when we have our next webinar, is that please don't log in late, come on time so that you follow everything. Don't speak without muting. Of course, these are some of the things we know. And then also we request that we respect all opinions are valid. We don't so that we give chance to everybody. So I request us that now we move. I'll be leading the process. My name is Peter Olo. I'm the Vice Chair of Wana-Anga. We will be moving to Q&A, and maybe I can start by what I noted from the chat forum. So we have member number 1491. Member number 1491. Thank the chair for the webinar. I'll not mention the name, you know yourself. And then also we had member 1445 also said that this is a very great idea, very good. But we had one question on the chat up to the time that CEO finished. Maybe others might come up, I'll be told. But there's a member who asked, apart from Circle Link ATM, do we have a provision where a member can be able to use his or her account to pay large amounts of money to a client by check in Cooperative Bank? I think this is just asking whether you can be able to transfer money from your account to another account in Coop Bank. Yeah, so I think CEO, you can take up that if you are ready.
Thank you, sir. The member is asking whether we can transfer money from our account to another bank, That is,
Circle savings account to another cooperative bank.
it is available. That's also is available. We can do that.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have said that you can be able to transfer money from your account to another bank. Yeah, so I think that was the question from the platform. So yeah, there's also another question from this member number 4653. I don't know if I had the CEO well. That if you complete paying your loan before the date indicated on the loan application form, form is a mistake. Can you clarify? Yeah, that is member number 4653. CEO.
465.
Yeah. Is on there.
That's a question. That's a question. Don't mind Chairman can answer because he made a mistake.
Yes, I think the member did not hear the CEO properly. There's no claim that you do when you finish your loan faster. In fact, that's already a plus. What the CEO meant is that if you have indicated that you are going to repay your loan, the contract is maybe 4 years, but you continue underpaying and you pay within 5 years or 6 years, that is where the CEO was saying. So Tom, it is the other way around. In fact, you are encouraged to finish your loan faster. The crime is when you go longer period than what you agreed on. I hope that is answered.
There's another one there, then you go to them.
Yeah, so we also have member number 1686, that is Charles. Please advise on maximum and minimum loan a senior citizen member may apply.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this question, member. Senior members are very important for us. In fact, we have realized the senior members are the ones who have got the money because they have finished, the children have finished schooling, they are getting money. So there is no maximum. It is purely the ability to pay because that senior member could even have gone and is doing business else. And that business, if you look at even the statement, bank statement, he is able to pay or she is able to pay millions of money. So I want to assure you that we have not capped anywhere for a senior member, senior citizen member, the maximum that we are able to pay. It's purely the ability, just like any other member who is in a informal sector. We've got quite a number of people who are doing business, and therefore it is purely your ability to pay. And I want to say this as I add. You know, we have already introduced the use of corruption. Be it your title deed, be it your car law, be it your shares that you have with other institutions, they are able to stand for you as a guarantee. And therefore, there's no reason why you should be able to go to other financial institutions when Wana-Anga is having all the facilities that can be able to serve you better. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, so we have more questions. We have compliment there to our city manager by Dr. Mayenga Ken, Ricky leading innovation. Yeah, we just taken us through. I don't want to repeat that, but it is true. Our staff are motivated and they're doing their best. We have member number, no member number, member number 2. I have requested for my ATM for quite some time, and so far I hasn't been delivered. What could be the holdup? I did get how one can access. I think for this one, if I can even take it up. The procedure is that we'll take this up, and the CEO will ensure that you get your ATM if it is ready. So that should be addressed. Yeah.
You can read that.
Yeah, we are moving. Sorry.
You can read.
Okay. All those have been tackled. Scroll down. Sorry, repeat. Yeah. Member number 5375. This issue of deducting members' shares for defaulters. What is the work of debt collector? Chair, the CEO. Sorry.
Yes, the issue of defaulters is found in the fresh, and let's agree that when you are guarantor, certainly you have got a duty. It is not our wish to touch the members' shares or their deposits. In fact, our priority, it comes the least. We always start by ensuring that, first of all, if there's a defaulter, we take their deposits themselves. And once we exhaust that, and we have also engaged a debt collector, if the process of the debt collector fails, is when we are able to go to the guarantors. And this is where our guarantors need to help us, because the moment you are signing for somebody, it means that you are good friends, you know each other, and therefore it is your responsibility as a guarantor to help the circle to track that person even through the debt collector, because debt collector is also a human being. If that person is hiding somewhere and you know where that person is, give us the information. And therefore, I want to assure members that we not, as a priority, target the guarantors. We look for the defaulter, him or herself. But in the event that that process fails, that's where we come in as the guarantor. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Related to that, member number 1701. My concern is that the debt collector is not aggressive. I'm paying for a defaulter who is running his business, yet no action is being taken. So please also, this one is CEO. CEO, I'm seeing CEO has noted. Just get in touch with the CEO's office. There's no member number here. Maybe you can post your member 1701. Member number 1701. So please get in touch. We have noted this CEO has noted, so we'll take this up immediately. Another question is from Nancy. I request that you allow us to get both normal and smart loans concurrently, so long as one is capable of repaying the loan. These are the issue of normal and smart loans, if this is possible.
Yes. Yeah. I think members are thinking very positively. And this is where we are saying feedback from members is very important, because you outside there, you are the one who knows where and what you need. This is something that we are going to consider as part of our, new products. You are calling it smart loans. My team in the credit, we are going to roll to them, and sooner or later we'll give you a feedback in terms of coming up with a product of that nature, which can be taken concurrently with the other ones that we've just indicated.
And also speak.
Yeah, so yes, so members is not only posting questions on, you can also raise your hand and you will be muted so that you can speak. We are also cognizant of time. We're supposed to, we only have 2 minutes. We don't want to keep here for long. So we have a member number 3460. I have recently engaged with the SACCO on the mail of a regular deduction from my salary and was refunded some money last month. Will I be able to know why such occurrences occur? I remember, I think that is issues of deduction, CEO. Yeah. Member number 3460 is about some deduction. It will be taken over. CEO has noted that will take over. So we have member number 1474. Good afternoon. I was added as guarantor on a researcher, yet I didn't guarantee. have been following, but they promised to call back, but no solution. CEO has noted that. So request that unless there's no any burning question, somebody if you just want to say something, apart from the chat, any member, you can check it. There's a good
Yeah,
person.
there's a resident Victor Ongoma.
You can allow him to speak.
Yes, so tell him to, we allow him to speak.
Who?
We are allowing him to speak.
Yeah,
Victor Ongoma.
Victor Wangoma, we are. Please go ahead, Victor.
Unmute.
You are unmuted. Go ahead, Victor.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I joined late, but I'd like also to thank the CEO and the chairman for organizing this. I think this is overdue, simply because there are a lot of issues that come up that we don't address during the AGM. So I think this is a good platform to air them. Mine are 4 comments, very fast. Most of them are just suggestions, not questions, but something that you can consider. First is the products. I think I've been a member of Wana-Anga for nearly 15 years now. And I realized that the products have not changed much other than the new ones that someone is referring to as smart. But if I look at them well, to me, they are more of Okoa Jahazi type. And the strength of being in a circle, personally, I look at it as loans. So I expect serious products. What I mean is that compared to other circles that I know, there are cases where you can get a normal loan of 4 times your shares or your contributions payable within 60 months. I don't know what limits Wana-Anga from offering such services when the CEO is pointing that we have a lot of money that's lying with you. So if there's a member who can pay, why not improve it to that extent where you can get that loan? Number 2 is the recovery. I think the CEO explained this, but maybe next time it's better we have the numbers. Tell us how many loans are non-performing for the period between now and then when we come back. How much have you been able to recover? Because the devil is always in the details, and that's what we need, not just telling us this has happened. I think that aspect, I think the other parts were covered, but when it comes to the recovery, I didn't see the numbers. Number 3 is the efficiency of the staff. I've dealt with quite a number of the staff members, a few cases that are helpful, but there's a particular incident, I think the last time when I was taking a loan, it was not the best because it got to a point where even some people are not responding to my WhatsApp messages. I noted them read, but there was no response. I think I can say it was the worst experience with Wana-Anga, a loan that took over 3 months, not waiting. Actually, if I may just summarize this, what happened is that I ended up getting another loan from another circle that once I used another person to get a loan elsewhere. Once from the experience, once we finished getting the required guarantors, that loan, which was a normal loan, was paid to me within 24 hours. So I'm actually repaying it. So what stops Wana-Anga to get to that level? And when the loan started, I think this is the last part, the number 4, when I started applying for the loan, it got to a point where I was to do self-guarantee partly, but I think during assessment, it was realized I could not do that. So to my surprise, I had to redo the process because there's no room to amend that in the application that you're using. So I had to nullify that and start afresh, request people to resign. So I think we can be more efficient with an application. I know it's a good step, but that efficiency is required. Why should I start all over again? I wait for the steps to go through and it took forever. So let members be efficient. I don't want to mention names, but I think the services were at the worst. So if that can be looked into, I think that will be very good. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Victor. These are the kind of feedback we are really interested in also getting, because that's why the board is there. And for sure, you have indicated that the products have not changed much. I want to assure you, first of all, we got products both in the back office and the front office. The back office products, I can assure you they are the cheapest. Because when you talk of a loan, of a normal loan, an emergency, and school fees, which translates to 1% on reducing balance. At the end of the year, you will have paid 6.5% interest. This is an area where other cooperatives have even increased the interest rate, but Wana-Anga has still remained as 1% on reducing balance. And therefore, that's an area that we want members to develop themselves. And that's why we have not changed much in the back office, but in the front office. And before I say the front office, the back office money comes from what the members contribute as deposits. That is the one that you give members loans in the back office. If members are not bringing more deposits, it means there'll be less money to give loans in the back office in terms of normal loans, in terms of the multiplier, in terms of the period. What other circles have done is that they have, yes, increased the multiplier to be 4 times, the repayment to be 60 months, on condition that is the minimum share contribution you have is also paid on a percentage. We have not gone to that direction, but we have increased our repayment period for the normal loans to 4 years. It used to be 3 years. Now it's 4 years with a multiplier of 3 times. That's why we are encouraging members to bring more deposits, because the money the CEO is talking about mainly comes from the front office. This is money from members who have deposited with us, who also require returns. And those returns are interests pegged also almost on the market rate. Therefore, we need to differentiate the two. But in the front office, that's where we have got quite a number of dynamic products. And I agree with you, we should be even more innovative, such that more products are developed as frequent as possible to meet the needs of our customer. Yes, you have talked about the recovery. The CEO will ensure that we'll also give numbers so that they are very specific and communicating to the members as we talk. You have also mentioned about the efficiency of the staff. I'm sure this efficiency is not for all the staff. Maybe it was unfortunate that this incident happened, and it took you some 3 months. And sometimes, Victor, when you are in such a case, please also try to reach out to the CEO himself. And even if you don't get help, please, my number is open, or any other board member, because it would be very unfortunate if a customer is not served efficiently as required. Sometimes it's a lack of information, because self-guarantee, we know that can only happen when you have not guaranteed other members, or you're not going to do, or you're not intending to guarantee other members. So I think that information to have been provided from the word go when you applied for the loan, instead of coming later to be told to start afresh. Otherwise, we want to assure you and promise you that such a thing should not happen and will not be repeated again. Thank you, Coordinator.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I want us to wind up, but just before we wind up, just to invite one more question physically, just the way Victor asked, and then from there we will stop. Then,
Only chapter.
Cheptot, please, Cheptot, go ahead. Simon, go ahead.
Only.
Simon.
I can't unmute him.
Simon Cheptot, please go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, thank you so much, Peter. Let me begin by thanking the chair for initiating this webinar. I think it's one thing that has come at the right time. Two, let me make a few comments. Number one is to comment on what Mr. Chairman said that going forward, we shall be having such meetings monthly and perhaps even get to a point of inviting motivational speakers. My opinion on that is that as at now, I think we still have a lot of in-house issues to deal with before we move to a level of inviting motivational speakers. If we do it right now, it will be like trying to dress an individual in a new suit na hatujamuosha. So let's deal with the internal issues first. And then by the time we get to inviting external motivational speakers, we will have ironed a few things and every member within is at peace. Number two, we are aware of a statement that came from the CS cooperatives, which touched on delegate systems with the cooperative societies. Maybe Mr. Chair, he will touch on that a little, if it affects Wana-Anga or not. And then in the speech of the chair, I think kidogo you did not introduce our CEO very well. You introduced him to us as you introduced us to him as the customers. But apart from being the CEO's customers, we are also his employers. So the relationship between the members of Wana-Anga and the CEO, together with his secretariat, is that we are their employers, and then number two, we are their customers. Number three, I like the figures that the CEO presented. He said his work is to talk figures, but going forward, I want to encourage the CEO to keep it up. And next time he talks figures, let them be very good figures. Already we are seeing some positive indications, and working with the targets is a good thing. And it gives at least a value for the time and for the money. Next is from the CEO's report. It's indicating that most of our members are going for loans in other institutions, and he's encouraging us to come back to consume what Wana-Anga has. Maybe the big question would be, why are members going for loans elsewhere? Already, the member who just spoke before me has given an indication. One of them is the frustration through which members go before accessing the loans. To an extent that members feel as if they are begging for a favor, and yet this is business, where we are supposed to take the first line in action to ensure that we serve the member as required, in fact, faster than the member would expect. So that's one of the reasons why members are going to other financial institutions for loans. Another one could be related to what has just come out very well that is also causing frustrations, and that's the issue of loan recovery from defaulters. Right now, to get guarantors is not easy. If you want a Wana-Anga loan, to get guarantors is not easy because everyone is afraid, very afraid in fact, that I could guarantee an individual, alafu kesho defaulting inatokea and recovery is done from me. The most frustrating thing is that most of the defaulters are still in service. I do not know what happened with you see, Wana-Anga is a legal entity, and we should not run it as a kangaroo business. We should employ all the legal provisions that are there to recover these loans. The initial commitment by the employed members to their respective employers is that deduct this amount every month and submit it to Wana-Anga. What happens along the way such that that instruction stops? We should employ our our laws to follow up on that. And then to our loan recovery guy. Let's not behave like an individual who buys a dog to guard his sheep. And instead of the goat dealing with the hyenas out there, it starts attacking the sheep. Let's use all the available avenues to recover the loans, the defaulted loans, because these individuals are there. It's not that they are dead. The worst is some are in employment, some who are not employed are still out there in doing their businesses. So this is affecting the uptake of the loans because everyone is fearing to guarantee another member to take up a loan. And then last but not least, on our Wana-Anga Watch platform, where members have been presenting their issues, I want to appreciate you, Chair, that your office and even the office of the CEO has been taking an initiative to respond to those issues. But the responses have been coming in a very haphazard way. I would want to propose that there be an official communication point. Like we always address all our correspondences to the chair. Even if the issue was affecting maybe the CEO's office or the issue was affecting any other department within Wana-Anga, let the answer be consolidated, be handed over to the chair's office, and then be communicated officially so that, if every office is allowed to be answering every question, there are chances of conflicts in the answers given. Because when you read through the responses, most of the time you find some of them conflicting, and it gives an indication that there was no consultation before the answer was given. So I would propose that all the issues raised are consolidated, then each concerned office provides the feedback, and then the feedback is communicated through the chair's office. Otherwise, that with the many more that members have raised, we want to appreciate you, Chair, once again with the CEO, and we encourage you to keep it up. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Simon. You had a mouthful issues and very positive. Yes, you have actually advised us that when you have got a number of in-house issues, we first of all sort them out, and we'll comply before we bring any external motivational speaker. We'll do that. We meant that even you, as a member, you can be a motivational speaker, and you're also a member. In fact, you have got some members who have volunteered to give some motivational information about the success that they have received in Wana-Anga. Since they are members, I think those ones we can be able to give them an opportunity. But if they are external members, those ones will comply with what you have just mentioned. The CS cooperative, CPS or Paranya, yes, had given a circular on the issue of the delegates. If you looked very well on that circular, the threshold was a membership of 5,000 and above. Wana-Anga, we are still at 3,000. So we are not yet in that category of that delegate system. So we will continue having our open membership. And let me tell you, sometimes open membership is better because sometimes delegates coming to represent all the others, you may not have the views of each and every person. But when we reach there at 5,000, certainly we'll be able to comply. But for now, we are still within the same bracket where we are. Yes, CEO, those are your customers and they're your employers. It is good that you have mentioned that because you are the employers of the staff that we have here, including the board. You are the ones that vote them in. So it is not that I forgot to say this. It is because I was aware that when we shared this link, we also invited potential members who are not yet members of Wana-Anga. And therefore, even when you receive the next one, it is not only confined to the membership of Wana-Anga, we also want to use it also as a marketing strategy. So share it with colleagues whom you know that have got the potential of also joining the circle. Yes, the figures from the CEO, I think that is very clear from you. Yes, you have mentioned about those who have gone to other banks' patrons. Let me tell you, and you have had experiences here. There are quite a number of members who have gone to the other financial institution and taken loans. And they have come here crying. We buy them off back to Wana-Anga. As much as we were saying there could have been a frustration of a hype, before you take that decision of going outside there, please do a lot of consultation with us. If the office has frustrated you, please, that's why you've got the board members, you have got the supervisory. Let us make use of all those institutional framework that we have, because we have even had to prepare a product called the Rudi Nyumbani. People ganged up by the banks, interest rate changing as the inflation changes, and so on and so forth. You know, our interest is fixed, doesn't change because the interest has changed or the dollar has changed. So it is my appeal that we don't put ourselves in a situation that is difficult. But on the other hand, our staff, the CEO, we need to pull up so that members don't talk about getting frustrated when they are receiving some of these services. And I know you are committed with your team. If you have one or two person, I think it's a high time that you have heard from the members. Yes, of course, the issue of the recovery, as I said, is a thorn in the flesh. Because when a friend turns out to be an enemy, it beats the whole logic of the cooperative principles. The cooperative principles are cemented on what we call trust. Unlike other financial institutions. So when you guarantee a friend, a colleague that you are working with, then suddenly he or she decides not to pay a loan and put you at the mercy of paying the same, it is rather unfortunate. I wanted us to understand that Wana-Anga cannot go to a court and sue a defaulter, because the precedent which has been set and the court has already ruled is that the court will ask Wana-Anga, this person who has defaulted, who was the guarantor? Was it a collateral? Was it a person? And it has been set precedent that the first priority is you take that guarantee. If it is a title deed, if it's a car, logbook, if it's a guarantor, you do that. The person who is supposed to sue the defaulter is the guarantor. Then from there, Wana-Anga will come in as a witness to prove the same. So it's a court process. But colleagues, I really want to urge all of us, why would you want to take a loan from Wana-Anga, go to a friend, go to a colleague, then you want to default? I think it's a high level of insincerity and not having that trust that we are talking about in the corporate movement. We'll try our best to ensure that the recovery is done as per the law. Where we are required to go to the court and help the guarantor, we'll do so. So yes, you have mentioned about Wana-Anga Wash. Let me say that this is a private group, and you know the admins. Those who are there as board members are there on their own capacity. That does not mean that they cannot respond on an issue. But as you said correctly, it is a high time that we have a channel, an official channel, where even the staff can be there. We'll explore how it should look like, so that it's not just any other group that can easily be misused, or which can breach what we call the data protection. And as I said, since we are regulated by the Data Protection Act and we are registered, we have some limitations. But we look for options where this can be done. But as you said, even through these forums, members can be able to raise issues. You can be able to post them, even the questions that you have not answered here, and they have been posted there. We raise them up, and we are going to take them and give feedback through our channels that we have. I think this should be the closing remarks, because our intention was to have a webinar of not more than 1 hour, so that our members, we know you are committed in quite other activities. But I want to, as I close up this webinar, to thank all of you for joining this webinar. We have seen quite a number of you have joined. We have received a very good feedback from you members. We want to promise you that where you give your suggestions, we'll be able to take them up and ensure that we move this great circle of ours, Wana-Anga, the rising star, to the next level. We want you and me as a member, we grow with Wana-Anga. And as the CEO said, the future is in the next generation, our children and our grandchildren. I think we'll put and shape this circle for posterity and ensure that members are served in the best interests. I thank you. May God bless you, and see you in the next webinar. When it is scheduled, share the link even to non-members, so that we have got a recruitment.
Let the same questions, the webinar, everyone have the same questions.
Yes. So I'm being alerted that the same questions.
The recorded versions on YouTube.
Will be under, is it Wana-Anga at SAP?
Webinar.
Yeah, webinar at wananga.co.ke. Those can be posted in that email.
The versions on YouTube, they can watch later.
Yeah, the YouTube, as we also do it in the AGM, you can also watch, so that even those who do not have enough time to participate, or maybe others do not manage even to join, the YouTube channel is open, and you'll be able to view what has transpired today. Again, may God bless Wana-Anga, may God bless all of us. Asanteni sana.